Now, the News Channel 20 Sports Desk.
Later on tonight in sports, we're going to be all about high school boys basketball, with it being regional semifinal night across the state of Illinois. But here at 6, we have a little on the Illini and some motivation from a 6-time Olympic medalist. So I counted 30 games with local teams. I may have missed some too, but here are a few of the games we have our eye on tonight. I'll be bouncing back and forth here in Springfield, with 4 games being played between Southeast and Lanphier. Then over at Mount Zion, the Braves take on Danville, Eisenhower takes on Mahomet Seymour, and at Pleasant Plains, Athens battles Warsaw, and the hosts, they take on Riverton. The goal is to have 10 games of highlights for you tonight. Now, with the win from Illinois last night, they more or less seal an NCAA tournament spot. The Big Ten tournament still is next, and they still have 2 top 25 opponents standing between them and the conference tournament. First up is going to be Michigan. They're 8-3 in Quad 1, which simply means they play really, really well against great teams. But their overall strength of schedule isn't as good. Illinois currently 9th in the country in that statistic. As for Purdue, a lower overall rank, worst record in Quad 1. But the basketball power index and strength of schedule both really like Purdue. They're both above Illinois in those metrics. Now we're going to switch gears. East St. Louis native and 6-time Olympic medalist Jackie Joyner-Kersee. She was in Central Illinois today. Before addressing the IDOT's Today's Challenge, Tomorrow's Reward conference, she took time to talk advice for local athletes who have lofty goals and dreams just like she did.
But if you're willing to work hard, that's both in athletics or even outside of athletics, because you can turn a dollar into a believer because you believe.
Now tune back in later tonight for all of your boys' regional semis coverage. But for now, that does for sports. I'm Sammy St. Jean.
The News Channel 20 Sports Desk.
Tonight felt like the opening day of the NCAA tournament, and as it should, regional semifinal night in the high school boys basketball postseason in what was the original March Madness. We have plenty of action for you from the night, and we start things with 2 games played at Lanphier. First up, the Lions taking on SHG and the Cyclones. Streak Hurd, he gets us going. Whoop, spin cycle from Hurd to the cup for 2 for SHG. Lanphier, they'd turn it on in the second half. Holman drive, no good. Shaughnessy Hatchet Jr., oh my, the putback. Talk about second effort, though. Another second chance opportunity. It's Soriano Hayes there for the Lions as Lanphier, a dominant display in the second half, sending them to the regional final. They win 59-41. Game 2 featured 3-seed Glenwood and the Senators. Springfield High seeded at 5. Springfield High on the attack first. Noah Wade driving effort, initially stopped, gets his own board, back up, and it goes for Wade. Glenwood now, it's Appenzeller, slick pass. Mason Newman finishing it off at the basket. And it's Valor Komolafe. He adds another tough 2 for contact for Springfield, but Glenwood, they take the win over Springfield High. Final score, 44-36. Now across down at Southeast, the Spartans played in game 1. They took on top-seeded Lincoln. The Spartans, they started well. Hurrington here to the corner. It's Cameron Adams, and it goes from Adams for the corner. But Lincoln, they would find their stroke as well. It's Carson Komnick, corner 3. That's money for Komnick. He then makes the final pass here to Brody Tungate, and Tungate's triple, that's cash. As Blake Horn, he's going to add another for the Rail Splitters as they roll. Final score, 64-20. And game 2 from Southeast featured the Rockets and the Tornadoes, Taylorville and Rochester. It's Drake Howard here for the Tornadoes, inbound to Barron Odom. Odom, he goes to work, spin, and finishes right there off the glass. Rochester now is Corbin Gregory into Tanner Beal. No good from Beal, but the follow, Gregory, it goes. But Taylorville, they upset the Rockets at the buzzer. Pierce, he drills a half-court dagger as they win 40-37. We then move out to Pleasant Plains for 2 more games. Warsaw and Athens, they had the first contest. Here's Warsaw up first. Gavin Grothaus, he throws it up to Cooper Knowles. First look, no good. Second time's the charm. Now Athens, Cole Ishmael bounce pass into Cassius Crane, who gets the Warrior 2. Hunter Foreman, he's going to add another lay here for Warsaw as they take this one big. Final score, 84-36. And a familiar matchup in game 2, the 3rd Riverton Pleasant Plains game of the year. An even split entering tonight. Owen Johnson to Traeger Schultz, and he buries the jumper. Riverton now, it's Jackson Miller, and he finds Colton Johnson to cap off that possession. Back to Plains now. Johnson the handoff in Schallenberg. That's money. Pleasant Plains, they win the 3rd bout. Final score, 61-47. We then slide east to Mount Zion. The Braves taking on Danville in the first game at Mount Zion. It's Connor Cuddy. He's going to lead the charge here as he finds Lincoln Coaster for 2. A tough finish there from Coaster. And it's going to be Sammy Driscoll, the facilitator this time. He works it inside and finds the big man, J.C. Anderson. Another Mount Zion 2 as the Braves, they roll the win over the 8th seed Danville. Final score, 65-46. In game 2, it was the 3rd seed Eisenhower against 6th seeded Mahomet Seymour. It was going to be the underdog, Mahomet Seymour, starting things off here with a tough triple. And then we go back to the Bulldogs, and it's going to be Miles Woosley. He's going to find his way into the mid-range and hits another tough jumper there as the Bulldogs, they pull off the upset. Final score 65-60. Our final destination, Champaign at Centennial. Game 1 there. Top-seeded MacArthur, and they took on Urbana. It's going to be Kyrie Hillsman. He starts it off. Tough jumper there. Back the other way now. KB Brown with a response as he buries a triple of his very own from deep. MacArthur, a nice possession here, and it's going to end with Corey Murphy on the lay. Nice finish again as the Generals show off exactly why they're a 1 seed. They win big, 83-51. In our final game of the night, it's a Champaign battle. Central taking on the host Centennial. The Chargers get us going. Ball gets to the wing, and it's Sherrod Brown. Tray ball for Brown. We stick with Centennial now as it's Jaden Lewandowski as he pulls it up off the turnover. Nice finish at the cup. But Central, they would steal control here as David Hassentab, he gets 2 down low for the Maroons. And Central, they're into the regional final as they beat Centennial. Final score 64-53. And we also saw Unity, Williamsville, and Auburn grab wins tonight. Congratulations to all of our local winners. And we've got girls sectional finals coming up tomorrow night. But for now, that does it for sports. I'm Sammy St. Jean.
Thank you for watching, and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Be sure to watch more videos from News Channel 20.